Ready?
Yep.
All right. What's up, everyone? We are back again for the Bikini Show. I'm Sarah Lyon, and
I'm Camile Periat, brought to you by Maximum Beauty.
Maximum Beauty.
Beauty. So, Sarah, today we have Narmin Assria coming on. I'm really excited about having her on. She's a good friend of mine. I think she's actually the longest competing competitor in the bikini division.
Really?
I think That's active.
That's active. Okay. I was going to say, really? I thought India was for sure. But I guess
Narmin's still active. I'm curious. I think they were both.
We'll have to ask. Because I think India was at 11. No, never mind. We'll have to see. Yeah. That's a good, wow. Intriguing.
I know.
Very intriguing.
So, I'm excited about bringing her on here. She has a lot of great insight for competitors and has been through the industry, and she's still very relevant. So, let's bring this beauty on.
Let's get her on here.
Oh,
it worked.
Hey!
Yes.
What's up?
How are you guys?
Hi, Narmin.
How are you?
I'm good. You know,
good.
Hanging in there.
Yeah.
Just as much as everybody else.
Right.
Oh, goodness. I can't even handle all of this right now. It's like we just got the new date for staying at home is now extended to May 13th or 15th.
Yeah, LA, you guys are setting the tone, and I'm afraid that the rest of California is going to be following your footsteps.
Oh, yeah.
I think the rest of the country is going to, or the ones that are already on stay-at-home order, at least.
Yeah. It's insane.
But you're like crushing it. You look phenomenal. You're like looking like you're 2 weeks out from a show. You're maintaining that.
I'm trying. I mean, honestly,
it's just the angle.
Okay, so I had planned to do Utah May 23rd. Obviously, that one got canceled. I was so on top of my prep, my diet, everything. Like, I never even cheated on one thing. Like, I was following my program. I'm not even kidding, to the T. And then all of a sudden, we get hit with this, coronavirus. We can't do this. We can't do that. And I was just, honestly, like, that moment that came out, I wanted to cry because I was just so excited and so ready to just, like, make my way back to the stage from taking a year off. And then having that happen, I was devastated. So devastated. But, like, you can't control it. You know what I mean? Like, everything's going to happen for a reason. I mean, there's a reason why this is happening. I feel like maybe, obviously that show wasn't meant to be for me. And the next show will, come out and hopefully I get up there. But at this moment, I've been literally dieting since January. And I'm just emotionally drained, mentally drained, physically drained. At this point, I'm just kind of like, I'm maintaining. I'm definitely eating what I'm supposed to be eating, but I'm just kind of like enjoying a little bit here and there. I mean, my mom, I came back home with my family while all this is happening. If I'm going to be locked up, I don't want to be locked up by myself. So I was like, let me go be, hang out with family and kind of just be with people and interact at least with them. So I came here and, dude, my mom cooks every freaking day, like sweets, desserts. And it's just like, man, like maybe a little bite here, a little bite there. Right. It's definitely been challenging, but this is just going to make us stronger, and it's going to definitely push us to our I don't know how to explain it, but it's definitely gonna like make me
past your breaking point.
Just keep going. I can't quit at this point.
Part of you wants to be like this is gonna make us stronger, and the other part of you is like, fuck this.
I'm like, man, this is horrible. But then I'm like, no, I don't want to give up. It's so funny because like when I see James, my coach, he'll post like his other athletes and they are still on prep. I'm like, damn it, like I just had this cookie. Like I should be doing cardio. I shouldn't be cheating. But it's like, man, it's so hard. It's just tough at this point.
Like yeah, then as soon as you're like, okay, we'll do it. We'll pick a show in June. Well, all the June shows are getting pushed out now.
Yeah,
So it's
I was gonna do the show, and I mean, I'm pretty sure that's gonna be canceled. It's just like you have no idea, and it's like, do I continue to prep? I'm trying so hard. I mean, gyms are closed. Like, I'm very fortunate that my roommate has a gym downstairs, so I'm able to still, be on top of the treadmill. I have like weights that go up to 35 pounds. So I'm still technically able to maintain. I have no excuse. And I should be very lucky and very like grateful that I have that gym. So it's like, I shouldn't even be complaining, but it's tough.
Yeah.
I mean, not being able to go do anything. I mean, going to the grocery stores and like being scared, even like be next to someone or even smile at them. It's just like, what kind of world are we living in right now?
Well, now it's like I pass someone at the grocery store and just naturally I go to like smile at them and I'm like, they can't even see my face.
They can't even see you smiling because you gotta wear a face mask now. It's like, oh my God, I was walking out of Walmart the other day. This guy comes running to my car and gives me his number. I'm like, I can't even. What am I gonna do with this? I can't even hang out with you. Like, and I don't want to. It's like we're social distancing. Like, I don't even want to open up my door, my window, because it was just so weird. I was like, what?
Right. Like,
I can't even be dating. It's like I'm ready to date, and here all of a sudden it's like, no, universe is shutting you down. Not doing anything. You're staying home.
It's funny because if it's actually not funny, but if you are single and you're trying to date and like mingle and socialize, you can't.
Yeah. No. Good luck.
Yeah.
So Narmin,
go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
We were just talking, and maybe you have the answer for this. Are you the longest competing bikini athlete in the division that's active?
You know what? I think I am.
Yeah, you
Isn't
are.
That crazy? Because, 2010.
See? Okay, then tell everybody how
many
Olympias you've competed in.
Oh my gosh. I wish I would have found out earlier. So many. I mean, so my first year of competing, I competed 2000. I turned pro in 2011, and I did 7 shows within that year because I was so determined to go to the Olympia that I did 7 back-to-back shows, and I finally qualified at the very last minute. It was literally probably the last show you can qualify at, and I competed at the Olympia. But it was like
Olympia that you competed in?
2011.
Okay. So 2010 was the first Bikini Olympia.
Yes, really. Okay. So yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
That. I was thinking about that last week. I'm like, I think she's like the longest competing bikini.
I am, and it's crazy to even think of that because it's like I'm 30. I wasn't say I was 32. I'm like, wait a minute, pump the brakes. I'm only 31. I'll be 32 this year. Let's not fast forward.
Don't age yourself.
It's crazy. Me and who else? I know. Is it Jen? No.
Jen. I think Jen got her pro card around the same time I did, or maybe like 2014, a year after.
Mm-hmm.
Is it maybe Romina?
No, Romina was, I think, like around 2013 too.
And to be honest with you guys, I literally was gonna hang up the heels last year.
So let's talk about that.
Oh God, what like a up and down roller coaster. I just this industry, I love it. It's it's addicting. Like the people you meet, they become like family to you. You become very close to them, and of course, you meet some of the most amazing girls in the industry, and those are the ones that I talk to the most now. I don't even really hang out or talk to people that I really used to hang out with in high school, but I needed a detox from the industry, from just everything in life. You guys, everyone knows what happened to me. Everyone saw it. It was all over social media. There's no hiding it. My breakup was the worst thing that I've ever experienced. Let's just say that. But taking that year off, I was like, I need to focus on me. No more putting other people first. I'm a type of person that always put others first and cater to them and just want to see them be happy. And I put myself on the back burner, which I learned now I am never doing that again. And it's so important to invest in yourself and invest in your worth and your self experience and just get out there and do things for you. And so I mean, I've been wanting to go to Paul Mitchell, go back to school and go into that like the beauty industry. I mean, that was what I wanted to do before I got into fitness. And I just never had the time to go to school because it was like a full-time like commitment and I just couldn't do it. So the opportunity came up and I was just like, I'm taking it. Competing can wait. I was trying to compete and go to school at the same time. And I tried doing that in the beginning and it was just so tough because it's like, I want to be able to, you know, be able to like commit to both, to one or the other. Like I want to give my all. When I'm on stage, like I want to give 110% of me competing. I don't want to just give half here and half there. So I was like, you know what? The opportunity to go to school is here. I'm going to go to school and then whatever happens, happens. But the point that I like realized, okay, I really miss the stage. I miss the lifestyle. I miss everything about the girls and like the bikini and just being like in that lifestyle and that light and traveling is when I went to the Olympia. And I literally was standing behind, I've been at the Olympia 8 times, like in a row, consecutive, like 8 times. And this was the first year, no, last year was the first year I never stepped on that stage. And it was so heartbreaking. Like I was so sad. I was watching all the girls on stage and I literally got like teary eyed because I was just like, oh my God, like I should be up there. Yeah.
Right.
And it's just so like amazing, like to see everyone on that stage. It's just like, wow, like I can't believe I was up there. And then sitting in the audience, it's like a whole different ball game. You get to see it and you're just like, wow, like I was able to accomplish that. And it's like, I literally started crying. My sister like, stop. I'm like, I just want to be up there again. Right. And that was like when I realized like, I need to compete again. I thought I was going to be done and like, you know, take this break. And I just took this time to just reflect on myself. And it was one of the best decisions I've ever made. I mean, and with mentally, emotionally, physically, like my body has responded. Like I've never seen my physique turn out the way it has. Like this time around, like just prepping this, you know, this year, it just, I feel like it was like the best decision that I could have done for myself. And I'm just glad I did. And it's like, I've never been me in my life, like more me than I am right now. And that is just so fulfilling in so many ways.
Oh, I'm so happy for you. Because, you know, you're one of those, you're the type of person that before I even knew you, a lot of people see you on your Instagram. You have a large following. You're a beautiful woman. You've been very successful. And so people see you and they're like, you can be kind of intimidating because you are a very powerful woman. But when you get to know you, you are such a sweetheart and you really wear your heart on your sleeve. You're very, it's like the first moment of talking to you, you see who you really are. So I'm really happy to hear that you're, putting yourself first, and this is all coming into line. And your physique has dramatically changed. I mean, you've always had an incredible physique.
Thank you.
It's been like you and James have been posting your progress pictures throughout, and it's like the changes are amazing.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's definitely been fun. I mean, I haven't, switching coaches was something very hard for me to do. Like
that's what I was just gonna ask. When did you decide to make that switch?
Okay, so it was my last show. I competed in 2018 at the Dominican Republic, and it was just a decision. Like I'm the type of person, if I have a coach, I really need that one-on-one. I really need them to keep me accountable. I need them to be in contact with me. I need to know exactly what I'm doing from the moment I wake up to, it's just, I know I've been doing this for so long, and I know that I can look at myself and be like, oh, I need more food, or it's easy to tell, but it's so different when you have a coach to just let you do what you need to do. You relax and they completely take over. And that's what I wanted. And I love Kim. I've been with Kim for 10 years. He got, I won 9 shows with Kim. He's amazing. He got me to the Olympia 8 times. There is no disrespect to Kim. I still see him and he's like my dad. You know what I mean? Like he's always been that person to me. But I just felt like we didn't bring a different look to the stage. And every time I did get back on stage, the judges would tell me, you need to be bigger, you need to be fuller. And every time I would say something, it was, okay, we'll do it. But we would bring the same look. And I need to take chances with my physique, and I realized that I need food. I'm eating over 2,000 calories right now, and I keep losing weight. So my metabolism's on fire, and I've never been at this point. And that was what I was trying to tell Kim. It was like, I need food. I need you to take a chance with me. I need to see what we can do. Let's bring me in bigger. Let's bring me in fuller. And, I just felt like we didn't see eye to eye anymore. And I didn't get that attention that I really, really needed and wanted from a coach. And again, like, no disrespect, he's an amazing person. He brings top athletes to the stage. Respect him dearly. I just wanted something different. I needed change.
2008, when you compete at the Olympia in 2018, he had a huge lineup on the Olympia.
He did. But and you know what's crazy is, I believe 2017, I made like top 5 or top 6 at the Olympia, and the following year I took like 14. I kept like going backwards in my placings, and it was just like heartbreaking. I'm like, okay, am I not good enough anymore? It really messes with you mentally.
I think also the look is kind of shifting a little bit, and I'm seeing that as well. It's like it's hard to, like, the look is definitely kind of shifting a little bit, and it's definitely going to, like, you have a very, I think you have a very bubbly physique, and it seems like what they're looking for is it's changing, and and so someone who's been competing since 2010 at every Olympia, you've seen multiple changes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think
and my thing too is, like, I'm always the shortest one on stage, so I always feel like it's harder for me to compete against you. Yeah, because they're constantly comparing me to really tall girls, and I'm over here, I gotta still kind of match up to them, or angle them a different way, or just like kind of, I don't know, the judging is crazy. I have no clue, but it's been hard for me. I personally feel like it.
That was something that I had always noticed too when I had seen you on stage at different competitions, was just that you always looked so good, and especially in your individual routine, it was like, okay, easy, Narmin. And then when the comparison lineup came, that's when it was a realization of, oh wait, and it was easy for you to get lost in the mix once you were called out with all the girls, which that's such a challenging thing, because obviously you can't change your height.
I couldn't do anything about it, and it was like I can angle them a certain way. Maybe, if I have a smaller waist than them, I can out angle their waist. It's just like you had to like really think about, like, what can you do to stand out? What can you do to win the show? I mean, there was a show with me and Masa. It was me and her, 1 and 2. I don't remember that show. Oh my God, it was a muscle contest show, and it was literally, she was the tallest one and I was the shortest one, and they had us out there for an hour comparing us both. And it was the craziest like experience. I'm like, oh my God, I'm like looking up, I'm like, what's up, girl? Like, it was crazy, but I ended up beating her, and I'm just like, man, and when you look at her, you're just like, she looks amazing. Like, how am I going to beat that? But then then they, like, I feel like they kind of like take you out of the picture. Like, okay, well, look at her physique, and then look at her physique, and kind of like pick at, each other. I don't know. But man, those judges have a hard job.
They do. So for people who are watching, you have you have the body type that when people see you, and you probably hear this all the time, people will see you in person, they're like, whoa, I thought you were so much bigger.
All the time.
So tell everybody how tall you are, because you said you have 2,000 calories a day, but you're very small, and like I'll see Instagram, I'm like, damn, she's
huge.
And
the thing is, like, on my Instagram, I try to like let people know, like, hey, you guys, I'm only 5 foot. I'm only 100. Like, when I step on stage, I'm like 98 pounds, 99 pounds. Like, right now, James is going to kill me. I'm trying to avoid check-ins right now, because I'm like, hey, James, I'm kind of just eating a little bit more than I'm supposed to. I'm doing more cardio, and I'm maintaining, but I'm like 104.8 or something like that. So I'm going to say I'm going to maintain around that weight. But yeah, I mean, I jump on stage at 98 pounds, 99 pounds.
So that's how small you are, but you have muscle, but that shows how hard it is for the NPC athletes who are watching right now. You are A class.
Yeah, A class.
Yeah.
I gotta represent those girls. I mean, someone's got to up there. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I am very small. And it's so funny because when I go to like expos or like events, when I was at your event in Santa Cruz in January, people come up to me like, oh my God, I thought you were so much taller. I'm like, no. I was like, I get it all the time, but I'm so small. And I try to tell people I'm only, 5 foot, just to kind of get you guys to know, like, I'm not as big as you guys think I am. Expos too, it's so funny because they come like, I'm going to break you. I'm like, yeah, you probably will. Yeah.
It's the angles, it's the pumps.
It is. It's how, I mean, we're pros at this, you guys. We know how to pose and we know how to angle ourselves. And I mean, it's crazy what we can do with social media. But I don't want to trick anybody. That's why I like to let everyone know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so what are you doing? You told us that that you went to school. So like what is Narmin doing?
So I ended up getting my license in lashes. So I do lash extensions. I've been building my business with that here in like my community in my area, and just focusing on my business with my online training again, and just kind of focusing on obviously getting back on stage and competing, and just myself, just mentally keep getting stronger. Yeah.
So Sarah, you're an eyelash person. There's a lot of women. I think most women have eyelash extensions.
So many.
Do you get them? You do eyelash extensions as well, or you just get them done?
No, I get them done. Done. Okay. And they are, amazing. But wow, during this quarantine, that's been interesting. So, Narmin, I think that this is actually a common question that a lot of girls are curious of with lashes. I mean, when you have to give yourself, like, are you able to give yourself a fill?
No, because you have to keep your eyes closed the whole time.
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
So,
yeah.
You gotta have, both of
your you can't like pull your lid up.
Tweezers, and you got, one's isolating and one's making a volume lash. So you can't do it. I mean, I've heard people try to do it, but the outcome of that is just, I wouldn't even try it. And then imagine
I've seen
you in your eyes and like, if something ever happens, I just wouldn't chance that.
And that's some strong glue.
Yeah, but unfortunately, you guys, I ended up getting allergic to the glue after like 3 years of just constantly getting my eyelashes done. So no, I can't get them done. But
so those are real eyelashes?
These are strips.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I've been rocking strips now for the last year.
I think I've actually heard of that before, and there was a different glue that she was using. I'll have to shoot her a text and ask her about that. But she kind of had the same thing. She had used the glue for so long. She all of a sudden started getting really itchy and red-eyed after it. And then, I think she started using some other glue, perhaps.
It literally was like one morning I woke up and my eyes were so swollen and itchy. And I was so stubborn. I was like, well, I'm not taking them off. Like, I can't live without eyelashes. I'm going to look like a damn boy. I was like, no, I'm going to take Benadryl. I'm going to take Claritin. I literally went and got all of the allergy medication that you can get, the one over the counter, because I was like so stubborn. I'm not taking these off. I was living off of allergy medicine because I was like, no, I'm not taking it. So it would come down, like the swelling would come down, but the itchiness and the dryness and the irritation, it was so bad that I was like, are my lashes just going to end up falling off because I don't want to take these off and I'm getting such a bad irritation to this? It just wasn't worth it to me. And it was like, I don't want to lose, chances of me like losing my sight or like anything happening. You just never know. And I held on to it for like 2 weeks. I was like, no. And then I went back and did another fill. Same thing. It got even worse and worse. And I'm like, okay, it's a sign. I just got to take these off and just live with it. And now it's like, I just embrace, I embrace the look that I have.
Taking them off.
Yeah. When I'm not wearing makeup, like, it is what it is, you gotta just love yourself in every stage. You gotta learn to embrace the good, the bad, the ugly. We all have a good side, and you just gotta understand, like, there's a reason why your lashes aren't working. You gotta learn how to, like, I felt like it was like a test. Like, obviously I wasn't in a good place mentally, and I felt like I needed to constantly, change things and make myself feel good. And it was like something that, okay, you need to slow down. We're gonna have you allergic to the glue. You're not getting lashes done anymore. You can't. And when I went to school too, oh my gosh, they told us we couldn't have any nails, so I couldn't have acrylics on. So all this happened at the same time. I couldn't get lashes done. I couldn't get my nails done. I was literally walking around just myself, and it made me like appreciate it more. I was like, okay with this, because it was like I had to, and then it became like okay with it. But it was tough. It was so hard, because you know how we are when you have extensions on. You wake up and you're there and you're ready, and you go to the gym and you look fine.
Great.
Yeah,
it's great.
I am so jealous of you guys.
Yeah, it's just like stress free. That was the thing that's what like sold me on it. It was the fact that I could be, running really, really late and still just walk out and be totally fine.
If you get your brows done, your brows are set, your lashes are set, throw on some color on your lips, and that's it. Yeah.
Or you can get really pretty lip tattoo also, or like lip blush.
Yeah.
I've seen that on the lip. It's amazing. Yeah. But I used to get eyelash extensions, and I have like I
you don't have them anymore?
No.
Oh, I thought you still had some.
I haven't had them in since.
So are those your eyelashes?
Yes.
Wow, they're really long.
Thanks. I just curl on.
She's like,
thanks.
I would always rub it. Like I would go in the shower and I would just like automatically like start
rubbing. Go to town.
Yeah.
You know what's a good thing too to like help grow the lashes is castor oil too. Like before you go to bed, kind of like put it on your eyelashes, and that's what kind of helped me, because when I removed my eyelashes, I literally looked bold. I felt like I had nothing on my eyes, and it was just like, oh my god, it was eye opener. I was like, damn, this sucks. So definitely like help with like castor oil. Coconut oil is good too. Those are both something that, like, let's say because we can't do anything and we're stuck at home, you can't go get a fill, and you still have those lashes on. That's a huge way to get them off. Don't pull them out, because you're gonna pull out your eyelashes, and then it's gonna be hard for you.
Okay, that's really good for everyone to know, for sure.
Yeah. The ladies who are watching, who are in lockdown, who have a couple stragglies hanging on for dear life.
Don't pull on your eyelashes. Oh my god. There was a client of mine that she was like trying to like get them off. She literally started pulling them, and she pulled out her eyelashes, and it was she came back to me, and I was trying to do a fill for her, and I was like, you have no lashes for me. So it was like, that's where hybrids come in. I don't know if you guys know the difference. Like classics are one lash, like individual glued onto your eyelash. And then volume are like the fans. So a hybrid set is a classic and a volume together. So for me to fill in like the bald spots on her eyes, I was using a fan. So I had 4 lashes on one, kind of to give her more of that look that she had a lash there when
actual
she did
lashes.
it.
Is it heavy?
Yeah.
Are they heavy?
Are they heavier?
No. So the fans that I use are a lot lighter. The classics, they're not, it just kind of depends on which one you use and what like thickness you want. But no, they're definitely not heavy. And that's what I love about my volume lashes. They kind of feel
that's really good to know. And
often.
Yeah. And of course, when the coronavirus is over, then now people, where can they find you to book with you in the Los Angeles area?
So Lashes by Narmin on Instagram. You can message me, or you can even message me on my Instagram, Miss Narmin. I read all my DMs. I see everything. So I try to get back to like anything that has to do with my lashes or, training, posing. I do all that.
Okay, awesome. And then we'll get that up here too, so everyone can see that.
So, Narmin, what's your favorite thing to do while in quarantine? What shows are you enjoying?
God. Okay, so I
besides us, of course.
Right.
So I think I'm gonna get back into Sons of Anarchy. I hope I'm saying that right. I already watched that entire series. It is so good, and I really think I'm just gonna rewatch it because I'm just like so bored at this point. But I actually just started watching Black Lightning. I don't know if you guys heard of it.
Is it on Netflix?
Interesting. Huh?
Is it on Netflix or?
It's Netflix. Yeah. Okay. I just was like scrolling and trying to see like anything to watch, and like I know, was it Ozark or something? Ozark. Yeah. You guys seen that one?
Oh yeah.
No, I'm not watching it, but
I heard it was amazing.
It's like drug deals, cartel. Yeah. Oh gosh, I just completely forgot.
So what else are you doing to pass the time, though? I feel like everyone's looking for new ideas now. So is there anything else?
So as far as for me, besides eating, no. Honestly, I'm just trying to keep myself sane. Like at this point, I try to just walk around the neighborhood because I just don't want to be stuck at home all day. And now that we have this extension till May 13th, I'm just like, what are we going to do? Like, it's so tough because you don't want to like be negative about it, but at the same time, it's hard to not be, you know?
I know.
At some point when you're just like, hey, what am I going to do now? Like, I still want to get up in the morning. I still want to do my makeup. I still kind of want to be like somewhat normal. And I feel like that's what I'm trying to do at this point is still be, you know, wake up in the morning, do my cardio like I would be doing cardio, at least for now, and then get ready, shower, you know, do my makeup, feel good. Don't wear your pajamas all day. Because I feel like, you know, when you're in your pajamas, I feel like that's when you're really like negative and you're in a
lethargic.
And you're just so depressed because it's like you didn't do anything to get out of that like mindset. Like I feel like it's so important to actually just be positive and set the tone for the day and kind of just get up and do what you would normally do, even if you're not doing it, just because it kind of makes you feel good. Like I haven't done my makeup like 2 weeks, and I washed my hair just now after like training a little bit and did my makeup, and I'm like, oh wow, like
you have a special date with us.
Exactly. I'm like, this feels good. Like it really does make a big difference.
Yeah.
I mean, I bet you guys feel the same way. You know what I mean?
Sticking to
it helps.
Yeah.
I've been taking the time though to not put makeup on, since this is like the only time that it's like, hey, you have nothing, you have no one to see, if you will. So I always say like the days that we're recording, those are my days that I actually will take the time to get ready. But
you can, you know, get content done. Like there's so much that we can still technically do. Like we can still
keeping the like motivation to do it.
Yeah, I know. And that's the thing that is really hard right now. It's like the motivation to get ready. Like, you know, we've been scheduling our calls and I'm like, man, I don't want to get ready. I don't want to get, but it's just like, it's that mindset. The minute you flip that mindset, like, okay, well, let's do this. Like, why not?
Yeah.
It really does make a huge difference. And I've talked to like some of my clients and I tell them like, you know, the minute you wake up, jump in the shower, wash your face, put on some makeup, put on some cute gym clothes, even if you're not training today, just it definitely boosts your like just your self-esteem a little bit. Yeah, and definitely your mood. You just feel good. You walk around the house, it doesn't matter if we're going to the living room, it's just still like just feel good for yourself.
Date in the kitchen.
I know.
I was curling my hair before we did this filming, and Chris walked in. He's like, what are you doing? Like, where are you going? And I'm like, I'm nowhere, but I have my interview today.
I have a date.
Yeah.
That's funny. I know. So and it's funny. Like, we're so used to, you know, being around everyone with no makeup on. So it's like, do we really have to like get ready anymore? But at the same time, I feel like it's making you accept like everything about you at the same time. You know what I mean? Like you can't have, it's kind of when I went through that phase when I went to school, I couldn't have eyelashes and I couldn't have my nails done. It's like, it really does make you realize and you don't take things for granted. So it's like, okay, this kind of puts you at a pause and kind of makes you like take a step back and really focus on actually what's happening in front of you.
I'll put things into perspective. It puts things into perspective. It's like forcing the entire world to slow down and realize like the things that matter most and the things that are necessities.
Yeah.
We're all on timeout. And I feel like we all did something really bad.
Trouble.
Yeah, we're all in trouble. Someone ate a damn bat, and now we're all on timeout and can't do anything.
Right.
It's funny, I'll come across pictures or I'll see like a previously recorded TV show with like an audience or like a room full of people, and I'm like, wow.
Oh my God!
Remember that?
I did that yesterday.
That's what I did. We were watching a show.
That yesterday. What show was I watching? And it was in New York. Oh,
Saturday Night Live.
No. Think Like a Man. That movie, Think Like a Man. Have you guys not seen that movie?
No.
Have you heard about the book?
I'm right. Like a Man, Act Like a Lady. That one.
Yes.
Steve Harvey. Yeah, I've read the book.
So there's a movie.
Good book.
There's a movie out, and they were all in they were about the second one is Think Like a Man 2, like TOO, and oh my god, and Kevin Hart's in it. It's so freaking funny. Okay. You guys need to watch it. It was so good. I was watching yesterday, and they were doing this bachelor party, and they were all in Vegas, and I'm thinking, man, those walking around in Vegas and seeing all those people, I was like, when is that ever gonna happen again? I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
When is that allowed? Now we're the good old days.
Yeah, we're weird. It's so bizarre. I thought of my random thought earlier.
Oh,
random. Netflix. Okay, a really, really cool movie. And maybe you guys have seen it already. Molly's Game. Have you seen Molly's Game?
No. What is that one about?
It's badass. It's about this girl who was in the Olympics and she injured herself, and then she became this. It's a true story. Big ball, high, baller, poker. Ran these poker games. She, Ben Affleck, and
Molly's what?
Molly's Game.
It is a badass movie.
I'm gonna save that so I can look it up.
It's on Netflix. It was out in theaters 2 years ago, but it's a true story of a big thing that went down.
Is that Chris?
Yeah, it's Chris.
Hi, Chris.
He makes appearances.
He's been napping.
Oh my god. What a bomb.
That's day 27. No.
Right. Seriously. I saw a meme yesterday that was I've eaten
waking up for the day.
Oh my god, and what time is it? It's
I'll make you breakfast soon, babe.
Is he really just waking up?
No. Well, he did take a nap.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
You took a nap. Why not take a nap?
I know. I've been taking so many naps. It's been nice. For sure.
Yeah, the meme said something like, I've eaten 22 times today and napped and slept 13 times or something like that, and it's still today.
Or ones that go to the fridge or something and there's a sticker, you already ate.
Yeah.
Or looking in the mirror, you already had a meal. No more food. I'm they're talking to me. I'm literally living for these memes right now, you guys. Social media, if it wasn't for these quarantine memes,
God,
they're so funny.
Yeah, oh my God. We do like the memes. So what is your favorite meme? Because we ask everybody what their favorite meme is.
Yeah, we like to put it up. So you might need to screenshot it and send it to us.
Okay, I'll look at the one. I don't remember. I mean, there's so many. There's so many. I mean, the ones that are going around right now is the girl and the guy laying in bed texting each other. You guys know which ones I'm talking about?
No. Well, I've seen a couple of those, and they have the same picture, but the different quotes and different
messages in the little bubbles.
Yeah,
all over the place.
Oh wow, I missed those.
Yeah, those are funny. They're different.
What are we going to be expecting to see differently on the stage when you return? What are you guys doing differently? Because this is gonna be your first show with James.
So
what is the plan?
So with James, it's nice because I talk to James, I think probably 5-7 times a day. We're constantly in communication, and that's just what I needed. Hands-on. Oh, he's so hands-on. And I mean, when I was 7-8 weeks out, I was doing a check-in every single day, which was kind of annoying, but it was nice because I needed him to kind of see what I needed to do. And it really kept me accountable because I never could cheat. I was like, man, even if I wanted to.
You knew you had check-ins.
Ice cream.
Wow.
Hey,
quarantine.
Are you still in prep? You were shredded a couple weeks ago. You look still shredded.
What are you trying to say? I'm not shredded anymore?
No. Are you doing?
I'm technically supposed to still be on prep, but I've honestly at this point I'm kind of just balancing myself. I've been dieting since January. It's been hard. I enjoy it. I don't mind dieting, but at the same time, especially now with being here with my family, my mom's always baking and cooking. It's I just kind of want to enjoy a little bit here and there. So
you have to watch the episode. We've already talked about all this.
Boom.
Yeah. But it's been fun. I am still dieting. I'm still eating more than 2,000 calories plus because I'm adding everything else that I'm not supposed to be eating into my diet. But
How does she advocate for belt squats?
How do I what?
Huh?
Do you advocate for a belt squat machine?
A belt squat.
A belt squat.
Like where you loop it around?
It's the machine.
I can barely walk right now.
Yeah, Chris trained earlier, and that's why he was napping. But a belt squat machine is you're doing a squat, but the cable is directly underneath you.
Oh yeah, I just started using that machine.
So what do you think about it?
I like it because you can do different variations in it. I mean, you can take the belt off and you can use the what is that handle? The one with the 2 handle.
Ooh.
And I put it on my Instagram a couple times.
Damn, that's
I love it. Yeah.
So
and if you put two like just like weights at the bottom and it kind of elevates you a little bit more, you get more of the distance between like the ground and the actual stretch in the glutes.
So you can almost like a goblet squat too with it.
Yes.
Oh, that's badass. I never didn't even think about that.
Yeah. It's killer. I'll send it to you. I posted a video of it on my Instagram. I love it.
So.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Okay,
Sweet.
so before Chris came in, what
am I going to do differently? Okay.
What were you expecting differently?
Right.
So for sure, a different posing routine. I've been working really close with Angie. She's been doing all of my routines. And I send her and James my check-ins. So when we do a check-in, it's actually my posing routine, and she'll look at it and he'll look at it and they'll like adjust what they need to. So my entire routine is different. I'm posing on a completely different side than I usually have.
Oh, wow.
For the last
that must feel weird.
10 years, I've always been hitting my right side, and this time, and it was so weird because like one day I was just like trying to pose on that side, and I just kind of wanted to see what it would look like. And I did, and it was crazy how much of a glute like definition was on my left side, and I didn't even realize it. And it was just so much stronger. So I was like, I sent James a video. I was like, hey, like, what do you think of this side? And he was just like, holy shit, like your glutes are really dominant on that side. Yeah. I've never hit it before. And they were like, I don't think we're gonna have enough time for you to like kind of switch sides. And I was like, come on, girl. I've been dancing for 4 years. I love, like, I can pick up a routine easily. Mm-hmm. Like, tell me what to do and I'll do it. And I'll make it work and I'll adjust. And so we did a little Skype call and we changed my entire routine. And it's amazing. Like, I cannot wait to get on stage and just, like, showcase it because it's, like, so exciting. That's one thing.
That's awesome. That's such a great feeling.
Yeah. So just learning to adapt to different like routines, and as being a posing coach, you kind of have to learn all angles, all sides anyways. So it's like you kind of have to learn how to angle to the left and to the right because some clients have different sides. They're not all going to hit the same side as you. So you kind of have to learn what is your powerful like stance and look. Right. So I know for sure.
Being able to hit both sides, that's such a strong, powerful thing to be able to do. I cannot do that. If I hit my other side, it's just like,
really?
I just cannot get my midsection to twist like I can on the other side. So it just looks way off. But girls who can hit both sides and like nail it, it's like, that is just like, that's very powerful.
Yeah, it is.
I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. Like, I remember when I was hitting it in the beginning, I just remember how bad my lower back was hurting and, like, that side. I was just like, I can't get this twist. Like, does my waist look small enough here? Like, I don't know. For some reason, I just stood so much taller and it, like, elongated me. And that's what they want from me, especially me because I'm so short. So whatever I can do to keep myself long and tall, I have to hit because the others, when I was hitting my right side, I was kind of scrunching my midsection in and kind of scrunching my body down. So, so
it almost like, makes your waist look bigger.
It does. Yes, it did for sure. And then the minute I switched over, it was like, here's this like up and down, like what they've been wanting. So.
Wow, that's awesome. I can't wait to see.
Yeah, so it's definitely a lot of changes. But you know what? I'm all about changes and all about adapting to new things. And I like taking chances. As you guys can tell, I want more and more and more. So it's like, it was a no-brainer for me. So I made the switch.
Well, and that answers my last question I had for you. going back to the very, very first one about you being the most, having the longest competitive career, what has made you stay so relevant throughout your whole career? Because you have remained at that top level throughout. And this is a perfect example. You're just constantly changing
you got to understand, like, the industry is constantly changing. It's constantly growing and evolving. And it's like, you have to go with what's going on in the industry. So if I stayed where I was when I first started competing, I would not be at the top. I would not be competing with top girls like you guys. You know what I mean? Like, it would be very hard for me. So I'm constantly doing my homework. I'm constantly like figuring out what the top 5, top 6 Olympians look like right now.
Right.
And obviously, following the rules and guidelines right now too, like, you have to keep up with it. Yeah. I mean, you can't come in doing what you want and think you're going to win because you're going to rebel against the rules and come in. You have to follow the rules. I mean, Bikini's gone from super lean to not so lean. You never know sometimes what they're looking for. And that's another thing. You just kind of have to come in your best. And your best is always going to get you where you are meant to be. Yeah. And I've always told myself that, like, I can't compare myself to anybody else because that's not my body. Right. I'm not going to look like them. I will never look like them. We all have different shapes and we all come in different sizes. The most important thing that I can do is focus on the best Narmin that I can be, and the best physique I can bring to the stage, and the best posing I can bring to the stage, and the best sass and personality, because that's the only thing I can control. Everything else is out of my control. Those judges are going to either like it or not. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you can't sit there and think, oh, because you didn't do well, you're not good enough. No, you came this far in competing. I mean, 12 weeks, 16 weeks of prepping and dieting, all to get on stage for 5 minutes? Yeah. I mean, you got to understand, like, that is huge. Not a lot of people can do it. If it was easy, everyone would be doing what we're doing. You know what I mean?
Right. And at the elite level.
Yeah, and you gotta have that determination and that, like, drive. And I feel like we have it, and that's why I feel like I'm still kind of up there, because I'm still like, no, I want more, I want better, I want to keep doing this. Like, this is who I am. This is what I love. Like, I love putting on a performance. I love being on stage. I love the lights. I love the audience. I love the crowd. Like, I love all of that. It, like, fuels me. So it's just it's kind of just what I enjoy so much. So not having it for that year was kind of like sad, but it's definitely opened up my eyes to, like, okay, I need to be back up there.
Well, it made you want to fight for it even more. And so
it definitely, like, my training is so different because I haven't trained for a show all year. So like, I feel like my fire is back when I first started, competing and training back in the day. Yeah. So it's definitely helped a lot.
Crazy what a little reset can really do for you mentally and physically.
You got to get rid of some toxic people in your life too, and then you'll be set. So yeah, that's another thing. If you're surrounded by people that hold you back, if you're surrounded by people that put you down, that are not mentally helping you in any way possible, shape, or form, you get rid of them, because it will literally drain you. I mean, I saw my physique just crumble, being in certain situations and being around certain people. I wasn't my best. I could have done so much better. Like, I was hiding in a shadow for so long. Like, I almost forgot who I was at one point in my life. And it really kind of opened up my eyes. And I'm like, it's so crazy, because when I look back at my life back then, let's say, like, it was 2 years ago. I mean, I was in this relationship for 5 years. I was almost going to marry this person. And to know, like, I was able to, like, not to just kind of, like, see my worth and realize, like, this isn't the life you want. This is not the person you want to be with. You're such a strong and independent person, but I couldn't see that. Like, I literally felt this big. And it was the saddest thing to see, because when I look back at pictures, I, like, look at myself, I'm like, man, I was so unhappy there. But I was putting on a smile like I was fine. I was so, like, hurt at that point. When I remember taking this picture and I was crying 10 minutes before that. Like, those moments, I'm like, man, like, and then I come back and I look back and where I'm at now, completely different person, completely different mentality and perspective. Like, you try to put me now in that situation, I would have said F you.
Right.
Time. You know what I mean? It's just, growth is so beautiful in so many ways. And I wish, like, if anybody is going through a situation, I mean, it can be mentally toxic, it can be verbally toxic. I just hope and pray for someone to just kind of put a stop to it, because it does mentally drain you, and it ages you, and it puts you in a situation where you don't want to be in.
Yeah.
I mean, physical, mental, emotional abuse is all abuse. Like, that is something you do not want to be in. That is something you don't ever want to experience. Coming from someone that experienced it before, I've had girls reach out to me, and I would love to, like, you know, do like calls or like do some type of event where I can just talk and like preach about this, because it's just so important. Like, it's not worth it. None of that is worth it.
I think you're a great role model for women who are in those types of situations, because you have overcome that, and you're very positive, and you're finding yourself again. But I remember seeing you and knowing you during that time. I mean, Narmin, I don't even know how you got onto that Olympia stage, going through all of that. Like, I look back, I'm just like, damn, that takes, like,
I'm telling you,
it's mind blowing.
It was like, it was literally like a shadow. Like, I could not be myself. I wasn't myself. I couldn't post, you know, what I would want to post. I just felt like I was like constantly being controlled. I was scared all the time. Like, you don't want to be in a situation like that. And it's so sad that I allowed that to happen for so long. And I was so blinded to it. I didn't realize what was happening. And, you know, I had my family tell me all the time, like, you're not yourself. Like, when you come over, like, what's going on? Like, you don't talk, you don't communicate, you don't want to be involved in anything. You're kind of in your own little, you know, I was walking on eggshells. And it sucks, because like, I don't like talking about this, but I know it needs to be talked about, because I know other girls out there are probably going through the same situation. I've had DMs constantly coming through about how I was able to overcome, you know, these situations. And I've done like a YouTube video about self-love and how I was able to overcome, you know, these hardships and roadblocks. And the first thing is surround yourself with really important, positive people. I mean, the first thing is, if you can get away, you can get away. I mean, if you allow yourself to be there, then you're accepting the situation. And that was so hard for me to like kind of realize. I'm like, man, I'm allowing this to happen to me. I'm allowing like verbal abuse to happen. And sometimes verbal is even worse than physical. Like, it gets stuck in your head, and you can't get away from it. You know, you start to think what this person is telling you, when in reality, you're the complete opposite of what's happening. You know, it's just them. It's them, and that person constantly made you feel like you were the one that was the wrong one, or you were the one that was the broken one. And really, I'm like, what is happening? I need to get the fuck out of here. Like,
And
starts to feel a little crazy.
Unfortunately, you were not the only one either.
No.
But thank you for even sharing some of that. Yeah. A lot of people, it's for you, it's like, I'm sure it's always the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
And it was a very public relationship.
Oh my God, it was so public. And that was another thing. It was like, I never had a break. Like, even if I didn't want to, like, I mean, you guys, if I told you the day I moved out, the day I was like done, like, it was LA Fit Expo, 2 years ago. I just remember how like miserable I was, and I was done. Like, I couldn't even wake up with a smile on my face. I couldn't sleep with a smile on my face. I couldn't recognize the person I saw in the mirror anymore. I didn't know who I was. And I just remember like waking up one day and just looking around and being in this beautiful house and so unhappy. And I was like, money is nothing. Like, you can have all the money in the world, and it will not bring you happiness. It will not bring you real love or genuine, like, compassion or just anything. And I remember I just broke down and started crying, and I was like, I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to live like this anymore. Like, this is not going to be me for the rest of my life. I am not going to be unhappy. Like, I want someone real. I want someone genuine. I want someone that's going to care about me and not hurt me. Like, I don't need any of this. And I remember LA Fit Expo, like, It was a really, really bad fight. And I mean, it was a public, like, fight in the hotel. It was so uncomfortable. And I just remember, like, I'm not doing this anymore. I was so scared to leave because it's like, where am I going to go? Like, this is the person I've been with every single day. We were inseparable. We did everything together. 5-6 years. Like, I didn't know how to just, okay, I'm going to go. Like, I couldn't. I was so attached to this person. And it was like, okay, well, what am I going to do? How am I going to escape? And I woke up one morning. I literally called up one of my girlfriends and I was like, I need you to come help me move all my stuff. And I knew he wasn't going to be home. And literally drove back up because I got kicked out of the house. It was probably like 3 a.m. I tried coming home after the LA Fit Expo. We got in a huge fight. Tried coming home. Didn't let me come in the house. Literally like pushing me out the door. I'm like, all right, I can't do this. I leave. I get to Marietta where I'm living, where I was living. It was like 5 a.m, bawling. I'm crying. And my mom wakes up and she's like, what is happening? And I told her the story. And I just was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I can't even tell you guys how many times I've gotten kicked out of my house. Like, and got literally pushed out the door. Like, you're not coming home. Like, get out. This is my own house. Like, get out of the house. Give me back the ring. Give me back that purse. Give me back those shoes or anything that I was gifted to was always taken away from me. So I was so used to just like, all right, I don't want to buy anything. Like, hey, do you want anything? I'm good. Why? So I can get it thrown in my face, like, you know,
held over your head, or
hey, I don't need that. It's not worth it. That person's literally sitting in my closet for the last 2 years. Now what? Like, I don't care about it. And it never did anything for me anyways. Maybe for 5 minutes. Oh my God, I have a Louis bag. Wow. Cool. It didn't do anything. So that night, it was like 5 a.m. I just remember coming home crying and I was fed up. I couldn't do anymore. I called up my girlfriends. I knew he was going to be gone to LA like all day for a doctor's appointment. And I packed up everything. Like, there was nothing left in that apartment at all. I took everything. I took my engagement ring off, left it on the counter, wrote a note and said, I love you, but I can't do this anymore. And never looked back. It was one of the scariest things I've ever done in my life because I didn't know exactly like what was going to happen at that point. Like, I didn't know like where I was going to be, what I was going to do. Like, because he was my like security, like he was everything to me. Like, I was with him and it was like, okay, like we were inseparable. So I'm like, I lost my friend, my best friend, like my fiance, and it was just like so tough for me. But oh my God, it put me in a place. I'm not gonna like lie, like I was in such a dark place that I would literally sit here and probably cry on the ground like for hours and like didn't know what to do with myself. I never wanted to see sunlight. I would just sit in my room and like my sisters or family members would come over and be like, let's go do something. And I'm just like, no. I was so depressed. But it was crazy. Like, I just took a turn. Like, it was out of nowhere. Like, I'm like, you're not doing this anymore. You're not putting yourself through this anymore. You're better than this. Like, why are you giving somebody all of your power and all of your, like, you know, your happiness? They don't deserve that. They don't get that chance anymore. So, like, it just one day I, like, woke up and I was just like, that's it. I'm done. Like, I started doing things I liked again. I started going back to the gym. I started training. I started eating, like, and ever since then, I'm telling you guys, it took a couple months. It took a year, like, but it was the best decision that I've ever made in my life. And it's like crazy because now, like, if I see that person in public, it's to a point where I don't even look at them the same. Like, there's no type of attraction at all. And I'm just so thankful that it's gotten to that point where I can be like, oh, hey, what's up? Like, if I see them, I will say hi. Like, not even like a hi. I don't even know what I would do. I'm not going to cause problems. I'm never the type of person. I've never even posted anything on social media where I could, like, you know, do anything to like destroy this person. I'm not trying to. It's just, it is what it is. Like, there's just no going back to that. And I understand it at this point. My life is so much better without that person. And that's it. You know?
Wow. Thank you for opening up and sharing that. I know that wasn't easy, I'm sure, but that I'm sure gives a lot of people perspective on, you know, everyone has their own battles. Everyone has their own situation going on that they have to deal with that, you know, can be causing a lot of damage that they don't know about.
It's so scary when like you're in the uncertain and you just don't know what's going to happen. And it's like, you lost your, you know, your best friend that you thought you were going to be with forever. It's so scary. It's kind of like you like going through losing like someone that dies, you know what I mean? You got to grieve. Like it's kind of I had to do that for so long because it literally felt like I lost that person. Right. So I had to learn how to like grieve.
And your world of normalcy is completely gone.
Changed. Oh my God. I'm telling you, I was terrified. I had no idea how I was going to do anything because for so long I was doing, you know, what that person was doing. We went to the gym when this person wanted to go to the gym. We woke up when this, you know, it was like this routine and it was all about this person. And it was like, I'm literally living in their shadow. And it was so like, what are you doing? Like, when are you going to wake up? And it's sad because I know a lot of girls are, you know, going through that. And I hope one day they get that strength to like, just kind of like see who they are again and kind of just get their power back. Because once you see that, it's game over.
Yeah. Well, Narmin, you are like very inspirational. I think, thank you for sharing that. I know that was not easy for you to share with. And, you know,
tough. I just hope like, you know, this message will open up someone else's. I just want to see like, I just want to help anyone. If I can help one girl, one woman, like see her worth and kind of motivate herself to kind of do better for herself and just get out of a toxic cycle or relationship, that's all I want.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it definitely will because that was thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, Narmin, this was an amazing interview with you.
Thank you for having me.
Where can everybody find you on your website if they want to use you for coaching? Give us all of your handles so people can find you. Although I'm sure everybody watching this knows exactly who you are.
So right now, there's no website they'll go to. So if they want to reach out to me, Miss Narmin on Instagram. Same with my lashes. You can reach out to me on Miss Narmin or Lashes by Narmin. My YouTube is just look up my name, Narmin Assria. I'm trying to put more videos out there, especially, I mean, it's been tough right now because it's like, what can I really post? What can I really do? I'm doing the same thing every single day. Everyone's gonna see, you know? Yeah. So I'm just trying to stay as motivated as possible because it's tough. It's so hard. I can only imagine how, you know, what other people are dealing with. So as long as we can all stay positive, we can keep moving that positivity around and help the next person and the next person.
Absolutely. Yep. And I think
get through it all together.
Yeah, we can get this.
Keep doing what you're doing. You are looking incredible. We are
always.
You're motivating to a lot of people. You're motivating me right now because I see you and I'm like, oh, damn, Narmin looks great. All right, I don't need that. I'm
probably gonna go have a cookie right now.
I see that vein in your shoulder.
Oh, this vein doesn't ever go away.
I think it's planted in there.
Yeah. I mean, when I was leaner, you'll see a lot more, but not right now. It's okay though. It's
okay. Well, we can't wait to see you on stage. That's gonna be awesome.
I'm hoping your guys' shows will get scheduled soon, and we'll be able to compete and get back up there because
absolutely.
I want to get back to
right. Yeah, we all are anxiously awaiting this season to get going. That's for sure. Everyone's itching. There's no sports on TV. We're all cooped up.
I know.
At least you guys are doing this. This is awesome. You guys are keeping us all entertained, and
it's the only thing on my schedule all week.
5 o'clock. An hour went by. You guys saved me an hour of not eating.
No snacks. No snacks.
So I know. Our joke was like, all right, this is me an hour-long episode. You guys hop on your treadmills. This is going to be a long workout. Go.
How long do these usually last? Are they usually an hour?
About this. Yeah.
40 to an hour.
So awesome.
Yeah, it definitely gets you through cardio. I mean, I literally will re-listen to episodes of our stuff.
Yeah. I will for sure re-listen to this. I'm gonna be like, why did I just say that? What did I just do?
We do it on a regular basis.
You didn't say anything that was like that was not that you have not already publicly said in a video, or that was already known. There was no names mentioned.
Yeah.
I think you were very
professional.
You know, everyone knows my situation. Everyone knew my situation. It was very public.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I'm just putting facts out there.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, you don't like it. But it's what happened.
You're a great role model for a lot of people. So that was, I think, a great message. And if someone maybe is battling with something, they can reach out to you.
Yes, I would love to talk to anybody that needs that help. I know what it's like. I know that from going to 0 to 100, I know everything in between. I know every stage. I know what depression feels like, anxiety I didn't know what anxiety felt like until recently, until I got into that relationship. And then I realized, damn, this is anxiety. So I know what anxiety is. I know what depression is. I know what being in a really dark place is like. I know not having anybody around. It's hard. But I'm telling you, once you see the light at the end of the tunnel and you are strong enough to stay the course and stay strong and have faith with yourself and what you believe in, I promise you, it's like, I am walking proof.
Yes, I was a walking example.
Exactly. Like,
absolutely.
If I could do it, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. I was not strong then, and it's crazy what you can do when you just believe in yourself and have faith. And I'm telling you, reach out to me because I will love to help anybody. I would.
Narmin.
You're awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. You guys are awesome.
We appreciate your time so much.
Well, I wish you weren't really, although you said you were kind of cheating a little bit here and there with cookies. We should have had a glass of wine with this episode, but maybe. I know. Okay, well, we'll have to do it again because you know what? No one's going anywhere.
I feel like at this point, we need to just have like, oh my God, that would be a good one. You, Natalia, and Courtney, and a glass of wine.
Oh, yeah.
Natalia and Mello.
Because you guys are like 3 of the OGs.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Hey, we should totally, in India was back.
Yeah, she would totally be down. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. We should set that up.
That'll
be a special edition.
A Zoom call, like with all 4 of or 5, 6 of us, whatever.
It's gonna be like this the whole time. Everyone's gonna be like,
I know, all trying to get something to say. I know. And then with a glass of wine, game over. We'll be saying things that we're like, oh crap. That's a good idea, you guys.
Maybe we'll get you saucy enough to show us your new posing routine.
Okay. You know what? We'll set up another call when I figure out what show I'm doing and when I'm like closer to a show, and I will totally jump on.
But then at that point you're gonna be like, I can't have a drink. But we'll take you on.
Oh, that's right. Well, I can do my posing routine in clothes. I just won't put a bikini on because I'm gonna be like, ugh. What'd you say?
I said you could put it on a bathrobe and still keep like some suspense going.
There you go. Yeah, I'm guessing like, what does she look like underneath there?
Yeah.
Get them all excited. We want more. We want more. Yeah.
Oh, we can't wait. So Narmin, you keep on crushing your prep, girl. We're rooting for you. You can do this. If you have a cookie here and there, that's okay. You look phenomenal.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
You got to be gentle with ourselves at this point.
You do.
Always.
You just got to.
Important.
Yeah. Be positive. Be gentle. Be happy. Yeah. All of it.
Stay focused.
We got this. Yeah. We got this. I appreciate you guys having me on. I know it's been, up and down, but it's been so awesome to talk to you guys and kind of communicate with other people than my family members.
Doesn't it make a difference? It's like, wow, I feel refreshed.
Makes a difference.
Well, what we've noticed is that these interviews are really hard to end because we feel like we're on just like a normal phone call.
That's what I feel like we're doing. Like, I don't even feel like this is an interview. I just feel like I'm just talking to like my friends and like, hey guys, how have you been? What did you have today for dinner? Yeah, I know. Like,
yeah. Oh, it's so funny.
So awesome. I'm glad we were able to get through because I didn't think my Skype worked, but I did.
That's why I was so excited when you first popped on because I was a little concerned we have to jump over to Zoom.
Oh yeah. Zoom is easy too.
Yeah.
But I'm glad it worked.
Yeah, absolutely. Perfect.
All right, Narmin.
Thank you.
Until next time.
Okay. Sounds good.
Assria. Did I say your last name? Are you even texting me how to pronounce it?
Assria.
Perfect.
Narmin Assria. I know it. It's got ass in it. At least I get to represent my butt.
So I thought your name was pronounced Assria, and I was like,
I know a lot of people. That's how they say it. Yeah, Assria. Narmin
Assria.
Yeah.
Makes
and
sense.
A lot of people don't know how to say my name either, so I have to like always say Carmen, but with an N. Narmin.
But you know what though? You're kind of like a Cher. You can just say Narmin, and everyone knows exactly who you are.
Yeah.
That's pretty badass.
Very true. That is very
that's
true.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't confuse that. There's no Narmin out there.
No, it's not.
All right, ladies. Thank you so much for having me. You guys were so awesome.
Love you.
So good to see you.
I appreciate you guys so much.
Can't wait to see you in person.
I know. I can't wait to see you guys. And I can't wait to give hugs because I don't remember the last time I was able to give anyone a hug.
I know.
Isn't that so sad?
Yeah, I'm so
like
over
you
these
see
like
someone give one a hug and you're like, that's not allowed.
Let me give
it's
you
weird.
an elbow.
You're like
fist pump.
Right.
Or the stupid foot slap.
Yeah, I know those. Yeah, I've seen that around too.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That was 2020.
God, I was just thinking about 2019 because I was like looking at like Coachella pictures because I was at Coachella last year at this time. That's another thing about last year. Like I went out and went to events and explored and did things I never have done before. You know, Coachella was my experience, and like that was something that oh my God, was so much fun. And just like looking and visiting all those pictures, I'm like, man, what a year! 2019 was a good fucking year for me. I'm sorry, but sorry my language.
Great year.
It was a great year.
Amazing year. It was just a lot of growth, happiness, love, and oh my gosh, just everything. Yeah. It felt so good. And then here we are now in 2020. This is the norm. Yeah, this is the norm.
Living la vida loca.
Right?
Seriously.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure we could probably talk all night.
I know. I was like, what else?
All right. Well, I got
shut it down.
I'm gonna find Think Like a Man. You're gonna find Molly's Game.
Molly's Game.
That's a great show.
Okay.
Movie.
We're on it.
I will watch that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Love you.
Love you too. See you later, sweetie.
Okay.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
So that was
great.
Yes, I love Narmin. She's such a cool girl. I think a lot of people just see her on social media and they think of her as a certain way because she's has a large following, and she's a really down to earth girl. And I was really excited that she was able to share some insight into her, her career, her, obstacles that she's
personal life.
faced.
Yeah, it makes a big difference, and I think it just really helps a lot of people and a lot of her fans, I'm sure, and just anyone watching connect to her in a much more personal level than the norm. So yeah, that was awesome, and of course it gives so much inspiration to other females because of course there's females all over the world that are dealing with unfortunate situations. So to be able to know that there's someone going through it, someone who went through it, came out on the other side, that's always leaves a lot of hope and motivation to a lot of people. So that was cool for sure.
So Narmin, I know you're watching this. You're a badass. We all love you and look up to you. Way to go.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. So Sarah, we have Natalia Mello's episode coming out like this weekend, I think, right? Oh,
yeah.
well, this is me
like,
aired,
today.
so it's gonna be the last one that was viewed.
Yeah, the last episode. If you haven't seen it, go check it out.
We have Angelica coming up this week, as well as Laura Lee. What's going on?
Courtney King.
Oh, and Courtney King. That's right. We have a busy week.
Yes, and we got to get Priscilla on the schedule too. So yeah, we have a lot coming for you guys.
This quarantine thing is amazing for us.
It's really working out. It's really working out. But no, we're sad being locked up too. Locked up, cooped up, whatever. Same thing.
But we're getting everyone's like very flexible, which is great.
Yeah, it's working out.
Yeah.
So how are you doing with day? What is it for you?
It's close to like 27, 26.
And you are still alive and you are still well. It's great to see.
Still alive. It's Easter's tomorrow.
Easter's tomorrow.
We're doing Easter eggs today and have an Easter egg hunt tomorrow. We're doing a big family brunch, mimosas, all that fun stuff.
That's the way to do it. Good.
It's gonna be fun.
Good.
So. Holiday, yeah. But so great episode and
awesome episode. I think the episode spoke for itself, really, and I think that we have kept you all here long enough with us. So I think we'll leave a little something for next time.
Until next time, I am Camile Periat.
Sarah Lyon. This is the Bikini Show, sponsored by Maximum Beauty, and we look forward to seeing you guys in a few days. Hasta la vista,
baby.